Woo! Oh, look at that.
Welcome to the 7th episode of the Jax Wax podcast. My name is Jared Miner. I am here with the champ, Todd Isaac.
And took my line.
That's all right. And we have a very special guest, Mr. Jon Sahr from Petrol Box. What's up, dude?
I'm just happy to be here. Thanks for having me, guys.
That's right. Petrol Box, that is a monthly subscription for car guys and car girls, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We have just as many girls as we do guys.
Yeah? That's
it's
cool.
awesome monthly subscription box for car enthusiasts. Comes with a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah, we're going to get into everything that is what Petrol Box is about, but I'd like to just know a little bit behind the scenes and kind of how you started. We're in Columbus, Ohio. You're also here in Columbus, Ohio, which is how we met. But let's just get right back to it. So how did you even think about Petrol Box? How long have you been in the car industry, and what's your background?
Well, I went to school for automotive technologies in high school, and I became a mechanic. So, I mean, I've been in the business about 15 years total. Mm-hmm. And one day I was just thinking an idea because as a mechanic, you're buying so many tools every week from the truck guys. And I thought maybe I could make a box for technicians. Mm-hmm. But realized that wouldn't really work because people have their own brand loyalties, things like that. And I was like, it'd be really cool to just have something for car enthusiasts. Every month I would get a present for myself and just useful things.
Mm-hmm. So your original idea was really like it kind of started off of tools.
Yeah. I wanted it to be like a mechanic's box.
Right.
So that you didn't have to go to the tool truck every week. But that's just almost impossible. Mechanics... I had $15,000 in my toolbox.
Right.
and I wanted all Snap-on stuff.
And it's almost like with a tool, when you needed it, you would just go get it because you need it,
exactly.
Not wait on and see what comes in your box.
Exactly.
Well, like you said, there's this brand loyalty. You wanted Snap-on. There are guys that want everything from Mac.
Right.
And and you get a box or whatever. You don't want anything but Snap-on. Yeah. Right? Because that's what you've started. It's what you've collected this whole, your whole deal.
Snap-on toolbox or whatever it is.
Yeah,
the whole thing.
What was smart on your end is to not go the direction of the mechanic's box, because if I'm a Mac guy and you're putting everything Snap-on in your box, I'm not buying your box.
Yeah.
Or even if it might have had people not really wanted to get into it, because even if they did get some Mac tools and they were a Mac tools guy, well, they can't guarantee that that's what it is every week. So they sometimes they get, if they would have got Snap-on, they're like, I don't want to change it up.
And maybe they already had that particular tool or whatever. Plus, it can get expensive. Like you're saying, $15,000 in your box and your whole setup.
Good move on just make it for a car enthusiast.
So you said, all right, I like the idea. I want to do a subscription box, but I'm going to switch it up a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And so how did that process? How did you figure all that out?
Well, I have a real good friend that owns a subscription box, and it's mostly tactical stuff like guns and knives, everyday carry kind of stuff. And I came to him with the idea. He had his company's pretty big, and he was like, that's a really good idea. Help me set up everything, just like laid out the map that I needed to take to make this a reality. And we just went with it, started contacting companies. I know I saw Todd one day at work, and I was like, hey man, I need some Jax Wax stuff in this new company I'm starting.
Yeah. You work at a car dealership. One of the car dealerships we serve here in Columbus, Ohio.
Yep.
Yeah, and you guys kind of got connected and started figuring out. So what was the first? The idea was how long ago? You're saying right out of you were working. This is how long ago?
So the idea started just about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And then our first day we took subscriptions was October 1st, 2016. So just over 2 years ago. So
about a year concept, and then to actual. Here's day one. Right. My first subscription. So, the things I'm interested about, you've got this idea. You come up with what I think, so people that are just listening to this can't see, on our table here, for the guys that are watching on YouTube, is, a typical Petrol Box, what they would get. There's a T-shirt, microfiber, some Jax Wax, total interior, a air freshener, and a hat.
Yep.
So that's typically, it's going to change every single month.
It changes. We have tools, detailing supplies, other novelty things, just neat things that you find out there, and
that's the cool thing. I was just talking last night to someone about, they were asking who's on the show, and I told them the guy that owns a subscription box. They're like, what do you, like, what kind? And I always relate it to like Bark Box. People do
that's what I
Bark
would say.
Box that's for dogs or pets.
Yeah.
So that's what I was just like, man, when John first approached me with it, he was like, I started this thing. I was like, man, what a cool idea. Like, it's something I would subscribe to.
Yeah,
you get random car stuff every month.
Well, what we know, and maybe some people don't know, is, and I'm sure probably, and we'll get into it, what's the hardest thing for you, or one of the hardest things, is creating value for each box.
Oh, for sure.
And picking things that people are going to like.
Right.
Which I know, because I pay attention to, what's in his boxes each month. There's always something cool, and he switches it up enough.
It's
that
never the same.
That's
it's
right.
never the same stuff. Even like detail brands, people. It's not just Jax Wax every time.
it's
It's
all kinds of
every
people.
different detailing company.
Although Jared would love for that to be the
yes,
way.
Yeah,
Todd would too.
I feel like in 2019 we should go 12 for 12.
I was
12 for
actually
12,
why we
yeah.
had you on here. I was going to pitch the thing of calling it a Jax Wax Petrol Box. Maybe
a
do like a
partnership
collab.
thing. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. No, but I mean, obviously, we understand you got to switch it up. And
Have
there's
to,
got to be.
to
There's a
make
bunch of other good brands out there that needs to be in this box.
Definitely, that's the cool thing about it.
So
is-
11 out of 12 months should be fine for
right?
Jax Wax.
We'll give him 1 month.
Sure.
But that is like, so you've got, so now you said October 1st of 2016,
Yep.
right? That's the first. It's got to be exciting. You've done however you've marketed it, whether it be social media, word of mouth, however, and I'm sure you'll tell us how, but it's got to be exciting for that first month to go by and like, man, actually people are actually subscribing to this idea that I created.
It's awesome.
And
It's
what
so
was
cool.
your first month? Do you remember how many boxes you had that first month?
We had 48 subscribers. I think we sent a total of about 60 out total.
Which
Man.
I don't know anything about the subscription box business, but I feel like your very first month, I think 60 is pretty decent.
Yeah, actually, it's really good. I think TacPack, they're over 3,000 subscribers a month, and he started out at like 40, I think.
So there you
Yeah.
go. I mean, it shows you what
he
the potential
was-
growth could be.
And I mean, it's crazy to go. I mean, it has to be crazy from your point of view. Like, you took this idea that you had and you wanted to chase your dream or chase this company, and you go from 0 boxes to now your first month you're doing 40, and now fast forward to today, you went through all these different growths and phases to now you're doing you've had thousands of boxes all over the world.
Yeah, all over the world. It's really neat to try to plug everybody's zip codes in on Google Maps, and it'll show you everywhere that it goes.
I know.
It's really cool.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
It's so
So
cool.
at first you started that first month, you got 40 boxes. You're packing in your house.
Yeah, actually, one of my old partners that helped me start the company, we were packing in his barn.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's,
And then
Good
you
times.
started doing it in your house.
yep.
And you start to grow the box more and more. I'm sure social media. I'm sure there's some social media influencers that played a part.
Oh, absolutely. There are guys that were there from the beginning. We just when we first started and we started making all our Instagram posts just to get people hyped about us even start taking orders. We had people contact us, this is a really cool idea. How can I help you? Like the Humble Mechanic on YouTube.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That guy's got 6-figure followers on YouTube, and he was like, I want to help you out. And
That's what's the best part is you find like genuine people, good people that help you out. He had no idea in the beginning what it was going to be.
yeah.
He just wanted to help.
Yeah, there was only like one other box out there that was even remotely correlated. It's not really the same thing we're doing, and it had bad reviews. I even contacted some of the people that had made YouTube reviews about their boxes because they'd be bad reviews, and I was like, hey, I'll send you a free box.
Yeah. See what you think about
See
ours.
what you think about ours. And there's 2 guys that still open our boxes on YouTube because that first month I just wanted them to have a better experience.
Right.
Sure.
And that's what kind of comes back to the whole thing that we always talk about. It's about, putting out a good box. There may be, months where the value of that box is really high.
Yeah.
And it's, took you a lot to put it together, but it's about that customer getting that experience. When they get that box, they're not let down like, oh, I only got whatever.
Right. Well, you have to create that value because if I'm let down 1 month, maybe I don't sign up anymore. You know what I mean? So it has to be really good stuff in there to have that value and make me want to keep going.
Right.
For sure.
So the first couple months, it's not a big deal packing 40 boxes. Still a little bit of an assembly line type deal,
Yeah.
but you're not it's not taking you that long
No, it didn't take that long
compared to now.
now it's a several day work week, and I have a full-time job, also a single father,
Right.
and I'm spending all this time packing these boxes. We're getting to the point where it's gonna have to dive deep into it.
Well, now you're out of you're not doing it at your garage anymore.
Nope.
In fact, it's kind of a cool story. So John
sure.
came to us and said, looking for a place.
Yep.
You guys have anything in mind or whatever? And the industrial park that we're in, where we're at now, we've always been in a certain building here or other. We've just outgrown it throughout the years. But the very first building that my dad, it's like an office warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
How many square feet are those?
Like 1,250, I think.
Yep. And there's like a strip of office warehouses. So we know the guys that, my dad rented off those guys back then in 93 when he first started. And John has actually rented the same building that my dad started in.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's cool.
To think about that, which is right down the street from
it's
us.
in the same industrial park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've moved around. And when my dad went from one of those to two of those to three of those to the building, not that we're in right now, but the one behind us, as you grow. And now you go for, it's the same kind of story. You go from your guy that you started with his barn, then you go into your garage. I remember making a delivery. I don't know if it was the first box that we did with you, but I remember delivering some stuff in the transit. Todd and I did.
Oh yeah.
At your house in your garage, and I thought, it was like a nice setup. Like you had your shit together, like everything
for the garage.
Like for a garage.
Right.
I mean, you're putting, because it has to be organized.
Definitely.
You can't just be thrashing through all this.
You're
stuff.
looking at anywhere from 5 to 7 products.
Yeah, and if you're
gotta-
missing a product in one of the boxes,
It's a big deal.
that's a big deal. You're not only just potentially losing a customer, but it's going to cost you money too.
Definitely. Yeah. If you said, oh man, we forgot, and now we got to ship it back out to you.
Yeah.
Or if that happened and you get a certain customer that thinks that's the end of the world and wants to say something negatively on social media.
Yeah,
there's just all these other impacts that can happen. So you got to do your best to make sure it's perfect all the time.
Yeah.
But I remember seeing dropping that stuff off. It was like in the evening in
Yeah.
our little Ford Transit. We dropped everything off, and you had everything lined out. To now, you've got this 1,250 square foot warehouse that it's cool to see these stories and the growth behind it. It's like document as much as you can, because you look back years from now. That's what we do now, is we document all this stuff.
Right.
I saw a thing from Gary V. Like a lot of people don't know who that is, but a lot of people do. Gary Vaynerchuk. We all watch him, follow him, all that stuff. And he was telling a story about what would you guys do to see Jeff Bezos in his garage shipping Amazon orders?
Back in the day.
Like how many views do you think that YouTube video gets?
Man.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
He always talks about, I wish I started videotaping myself in my 20s so people can realize how much work I put in.
That's right.
And it is.
Now we do it.
Right. Now we do it. And from that, from the time, there's the videos of, packing in the garage.
Yep.
I've seen. And there's videos, now you've moved to where you're at now. And then also coming up so you're 1,200 some square foot there.
Yep.
And now coming in January, you have to move again.
Yep. Yeah, we'll be moving the week after Christmas, loading up the U-Haul and moving out.
If you need any help, call Jared.
I got you.
We'll do.
I got box trucks I rent. Hell of a deal.
Yeah, he'll help you. He's good. He's great at moving stuff.
Yep.
And likes to do it.
Yeah.
I
so
can't
now you're
stand
moving.
It's one of my least
rough.
favorite things.
I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah.
But it's nice when it's all done. You're in the new facility. It's exciting.
How many square foot's the new facility?
It's roughly the same. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit more warehouse space versus office space. So
Right.
And we'll be sharing it with our new partners as well.
That's cool.
Which is another cool thing. You have a new partner in this business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the guy that helped me start at TacPack, he's helping us again, and we're gonna take it really to the next level.
He's got this is the guy that's doing 3,000 boxes or more a month.
I think it was about 4,000 the other day. So
which is
That's
crazy.
awesome.
Yeah.
So now he's got it's an awesome investor for you, because he's already got the
he's already
experience,
the knowledge of building it. Yeah. Those guys think that this is way bigger than TacPack. So
Well,
Really?
if you think about it I'm trying to be unbiased. I'm a car person.
yeah.
But if you think about it, there's only a handful of people really that will be into tactical. I would think the audience for car related
is much more.
is a lot bigger, just because of.
I mean, the tactical thing's huge, but the thing is advertising. You can't advertise anything that's related to weapons or guns on social media.
Oh,
you can't.
So they're at a big disadvantage
they're
right there.
Huge disadvantage.
Which is crazy. The fact that he's grown it to what he has without the power of social media.
Yeah.
To a certain extent.
I think their Instagram has like 180,000 followers, and they're tippy toeing the line of
of what you can post.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I never even thought about that part of it.
Neither did I. But to your point, everybody's got a car.
Oh yeah,
whether you're a car enthusiast or not, my wife, a car to her is a mode of transportation.
Right.
But she still likes to keep it clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
and there's people that are just guys that have a everyday driver, but they like their car or do whatever. You wouldn't have to necessarily be a detailer or be a big car, big time car guy to want Petrol Box.
No, because
it comes with shirts and
what we're
all
looking
kinds
right
of cool
now.
stuff.
What's the Scotch and Iron?
Yeah,
super cool shirt.
Iron.
Yep. It's got a cool hat, like
air fresheners, towels just to wipe your car down, all kinds of different things. That's why it's such a cool idea.
I like the presentation of it, so when you open it up, it's just really well done. He's got a card here that explains every single month, right? This explains everything that's in the box. So it's like a custom type deal. This isn't some generic thing that it's just the same stuff over and over and over.
Yeah, I mean, and a big thing you're missing is every month we're giving away a free set of wheels too to a subscriber.
Oh wow!
Really?
Yeah. So I mean,
so you just have to be a subscriber to Petrol Box?
Yeah, get a free set of wheels potentially. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
every month.
one subscriber every month. That's a cool idea.
That's super cool. Yeah, I mean, right there. I mean, so let's talk about the box. You've got the main one that we're looking at right now is $29.95, $39.95. Yep. And then there's one that's below that, right?
Yep. The basic, it's $19.95.
So explain the two.
So the basic is typically 2 to 3 items. You'll get like T-shirts or whatever the wearable is, and the premium box. Air freshener, maybe some cleaning products, or other things that'll help you clean your car. Then the premium box comes with 5 to 7 items, and it's normally got the tools, the novelty items, the detail supplies, and the apparel. So
yeah. And shipping is included. It's in addition.
It's an addition, so it's $5 shipping on top of the premium box.
Well, that's cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't ship anything for $5.
No.
You know what I mean?
That's really cheap.
Oh yeah, I'm eating some of that.
I'm sure you are. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But it makes it's easy. I mean, you can't. It's hard to buy anything that has shipping for $5 anymore. So that's pretty inexpensive.
I always thought one of the cool things, because we're always, when we have stuff that we're taking down to you or whatever, we go to deliver it, and I've always thought the kind of the camaraderie and the part that goes into packing the boxes. I mean, everybody's in there, pizza, whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of like a little party, music playing, and everybody's just packing boxes, thousands of boxes at this point, to where it's got to be kind of organized. I mean, really organized, but it's got to be at a pace,
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to spend weeks and weeks packing these boxes.
Right.
It goes by pretty quick. We have fun with it.
Right.
It's almost like a podcast. You're just talking about random things, whatever comes up to your mind.
Yeah, what's going? It's like the shop talk, at Petrol Box. All kinds of different things going on. But it's not just when we say packing it, it's not just like it's thrown in a box.
That's what I mean by
wrapped.
if you saw this. And
It's wrapped on the inside,
yes.
with paper. It's really, really clean.
Yeah, the presentation is one thing. I could have a cheaper box. This box is like, just the cardboard itself and the printing is double of what a normal box would cost.
Right. But it also stands out.
Yeah.
I believe that part to me. But I'm into that kind of stuff. I mean, that part to me.
The
is
presentation was one of the biggest things. That was huge. We spent a lot of money just getting the box right before even our first month we sent it out.
I bet
you got all this money invested in boxes before you thought about getting $1 back.
Yeah.
Well, that's the things that go into it that always and continues to create this value for these people. You know what I mean? Like, I look at when I get a Petrol Box and I look at this whole thing, I think, man, the guy that put that together looks like he actually cared.
Right. He's got some time in it.
For sure.
It's not just a box.
Yeah, everything that comes in, I take home myself because it's stuff that I would have loved to have.
Right.
You know, and that's kind of how I make it. You know, it's not just Euro. It's just not import. It's not domestic. It's for any car guy because I love every kind of car. You know, Jared may say I'm an import guy, but I love, you know, old Corvettes and, you know, old Mustangs.
Well, it's like, you know, I grew up in a family that had a lot of General Motors, you know, and that's kind of what I was around. But being a part of this business and being at all these different car shows, I've learned that appreciation for everything too. Yeah. And I think that's what's cool about the whole car guy community. Yeah. Is
because a car guy can be a guy who has the tuner that's, you know, stanced out. Yeah. Or it can be the classic guy who's wearing the Nike Air Monarchs and jean shorts, and he's out there with his car. I mean, those are all car guys. So you have a lot of these old school guys. They're like, oh, that's just a, you know, whatever kind of car. Yeah, it's just a Bumblebee. Yeah, you know, but that's just a new generation of car guy.
For sure it is.
You know, and typically car guys they're good. That's what they're putting their money into. You know, they want their car. They're going to shows, and that's why the box, like, going into that, you keep that mindset. That's what makes it good. Is because it appeals to so many people.
There's no question. I think of the things, and you know, it's got to be one of the most time-consuming parts for you. The money plays is, you know, you're putting this box together. Well, you have to have multiple boxes planned out. Yeah. This is not like this is a 1 month thing, and hey, we're just worried about you know, November's box right now. How far do you have to plan in advance?
Typically, I try to be about 3 months in advance. Have everything ready so that, you know, we're not trying to scramble. Occasionally, we may have to scramble for things,
which is where we come in.
Yeah, you guys are always super helpful. Yeah.
Well, but you know, if let's say you're getting a certain hat in, and maybe it doesn't come in time. Or a detail product that doesn't come in time.
Yeah, we had a detail product. Maybe our third or fourth month that didn't.
I remember
come in, and I was like, Todd, I need something.
Can you help me out? I was like, absolutely, we got you.
Yeah, for sure.
So that would be the part that would drive you crazy is when you put all this. Ultimately, it's your brand. You're proud of this, right? You're doing everything you can to make this thing perfect. Yeah. And then something happens to where you don't get what you were supposed to get. That's and now it's like, oh shit, what do I do?
Right. And that's why you'd have to stay so far ahead.
That's right.
Just because we already know, you know, December, that's just next month, but we already know that box. Yeah. We're gonna be some cool things in it. Yeah. Wink wink.
and then you've got people. That's what I don't think people realize.
Yeah,
you're thinking about January.
I'm sitting there thinking
February's
about December.
Box.
I'm sitting there thinking about December. John's in March. You
know
what I mean?
And just the financial burden of that.
Look how much money you have invested. In all this,
and not knowing how many subscribers you're going to have. You're guessing.
You're guessing. So you have. Let's say you had a surge in growth in January, right? Well, you were kind of predicting it was going to be X amount of boxes. Well, now you've already got all your product in because you're ready. Oh, hold up. Let me call these people back and say, guess what? I need 250 more. I need 100 more, whatever. Yeah. It's a lot of preparation and planning that obviously even Todd and I don't know about, but the behind the scenes stuff to make this box happen, people can't appreciate what that takes.
Yeah, I love planning things, you know. Yeah. Even like, you know, our trip we went out to SEMA just 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to planning the SEMA trip for next year right now. Yeah. I like to plan stuff. I'm like a future kind of guy.
Well, that's a good thing. You're going to have to be in the box world
for sure. And stay away, not only just staying ahead by getting the boxes ready, but to constantly keep them fresh.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm running out of ideas in like 3 months.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I've got 3 good boxes in
me.
That's
it. It's about 3 months and we're done.
How about Jax Wax and a new hat? You know what I mean? I would be, but that's the thing. Every box that I see every month, I'm like, man, he did it again. Yep. You know, it's new stuff and it's different. You know, I'm trying to think of
magazines in there, like
oil dry mats. Yeah. You know, magazines.
Oh yeah.
You're talking the little. What was the one thing you had that was like a? Man, I was down there and it was like a plastic tool of some sort. Oh, it was a grip.
Oh yeah, the regrip. Regrip was really cool.
Yeah.
I think you've had some tools before, haven't you?
Oh yeah. Yeah. We have tools. tool companies, it's a little bit harder to work with some of the bigger name tool companies because they're franchised out and things like that. But we always have really cool tools in the boxes that are just little things that you wish you had, like a magnetizer tool. So you can magnetize your screwdriver or demagnetize it anytime you want.
That's cool.
All kinds of cool things, even as far as like model cars.
Some of those real M2 machines occasionally. Yeah, and we always put a piece of candy in it. Todd comes down and steals my candy all the time. He's just down there the other day.
He may be a little short on the candy.
Yeah, we always put a piece of candy just so everybody is just loving their box the moment they open it up.
Sure,
yeah,
piece of candy.
it is a great idea, and there's a bunch down there if you ever need to go. Good.
Yeah.
What is the address out there?
Laffy Taffy.
There's a bunch of candy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. It's impressive, and it's so cool to me. Like what would have it that you've got one of the biggest subscription box for car enthusiasts out there, and you're right here,
and you've done it in a pretty short period of time.
Right.
We're talking a couple years.
Yeah,
and the right way. It's not been anything except.
It's crazy to see how big we've gotten. We were at SEMA and I saw 2 people wearing our T-shirts.
Yeah,
isn't that
like
cool?
I just took a picture of it. Like I could have went up and said hi, but I didn't really want to take his time. But I just took a picture and put it up on our Instagram stories. I was like, shout out to this guy wearing a Petrol Box shirt.
And there's really not anything that's done except just being genuine and hard work. It's not. I know the nights that you're down there, like you said, you're a single dad.
I'll be down there tonight after this.
You've got a job, and he's down there, 9, 10 o'clock at night, and nights that they're packing.
Yeah.
Wee hours in the morning. But that's what makes it. That's why I believe that Petrol Box is so far ahead because you've got invested interest. It's not just something you're trying to,
I'm not trying to make a buck.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make a buck. I'm just trying to build this brand to be what I envisioned it from the start.
Well, you're doing a hell of a job at it so far.
Appreciate it.
What could there be other Petrol Boxes, meaning like an ultimate box or you know what I mean? Is there something?
It's ideas that I've thrown around. Maybe splitting it so that we do have like a more centralized, muscle car, tuner, Euro. I think we do pretty good right now, just being the general car enthusiast box. Because, regardless of what you are, you're going to like the product. If you like cars, you'll like what's in there.
Right.
But we've thought about bigger ones. We've thought of like a diesel, motocross, even motorcycles,
more
cafe
specific
racer
to a certain
kind of
category.
Yeah.
It's a lot more work on your end. But here's the deal: if the growth warrants that,
that's right.
By all means.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any Black Friday specials?
We do have some stuff coming out. We're also going to be really big on our grab bag this year. It's going to be like a tester kind of thing. You can test Petrol Box for $25. You can get a grab bag, which is product that we've included in old boxes, just sent out to you pretty much immediately.
Right.
That way, cool. You can kind of test it out.
So you can just go on petrolbox.com. Is it
mypetrolbox.com?
Yeah, yep. and order that if you need it.
Yeah, from the store. We'll have a grab bag.
Yeah,
we'll probably have some other stuff up there.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Black Friday's right around the corner. We got some big stuff coming out. Everybody pay attention to all the Instagram, Facebook. We got some new products coming out.
Biggest sale of the year for us, for sure.
It's big.
A lot of stuff going on.
I haven't slept much in the past.
Yeah, I won't be hanging out here on Black Friday. I know how crazy.
No, come down. Wait, come down here. We've got some stuff. We just want to hang out.
You want to know how intelligent I am? Well, you already know.
I do know.
So, the day after, Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, we're getting all new internet service put in that day. Set it up today.
That's exactly explains how intelligent you are.
Man, I like to live on the edge. Spectrum came out with a new program.
Yeah,
940 megabits per second
I can't
download
wait.
speed.
Wow,
it's
I need
big.
that at my house.
I know.
Yeah, we're going to start selling internet so people around
Yeah, we're
us.
going to be a hub here, and I'm going to start offering it to my neighbors.
Yeah, I just need that passcode. I want to start selling that passcode, the Wi-Fi passcode, for like
Yeah.
$100.
So that,
Will it reach down to my warehouse?
Maybe for 100 it might.
All right.
100 cash today.
Yeah, right now.
I saw a commercial on TV last night. I called them up. They said, first opportunity is Black Friday. I said, sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan. Sign me up.
We got an e-commerce site that would
Yeah.
that's going to be at an all-time high that
wow.
day.
Yeah,
That's
that's
all
gonna
good,
be
man. Don't
bad.
worry about it. I got it under control. I got a backup plan just in case.
Yeah. Backup plan is
Some carbon copy paper and a pencil.
right.
Yeah.
We got it.
Yeah.
We got it figured out. But
Yeah,
yeah, this
it'll be
is
good.
everybody be sure and stay tuned to all the things going on with the different products. We got some awesome, exciting stuff coming out Black Friday.
Yeah, stuff that I think people can relate to, some of the new products.
Definitely new products, new kits,
Mm-hmm.
new
You posted something on Instagram today about the new buckets.
buckets. We got a wash, rinse, wheels bucket
Yeah, those are
system.
pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That's all
You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a clean, new look. It's all the different stuff we got coming out. It's gonna be cool. Everybody kind of stay tuned and check it out. We'll be doing some giveaways also.
We should do something. We've done some giveaways with John before. Petrol Box
we
stuff.
did last year. We did 12 days of Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it had a Petrol Box in each every one.
for 12 days we did a Petrol Box giveaway.
I was going to ask you about that.
We should do it.
Yeah,
We'll do it.
sure.
Yeah.
Do it
we should
again
do
this year. I actually thought
We'll do
about it
it.
last night as I was thinking about the podcast. So we'll do some kind of 12 days of giveaway Petrol Box. So everybody stay tuned for that. It'll be after Black Friday and all that good stuff. We'll talk more about it in future podcasts about having
Yeah.
when it starts, when it ends.
Yeah. I don't remember. I mean, we just did a Petrol Box last year and then added some of our stuff too. Like
we
other
added different
stuff.
products.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every day it was like, you got this kit and a Petrol Box. Yeah. I
Yeah, you
remember.
we had like a rinseless wash kit one day.
Okay.
One was just different different
I remember.
giveaways, but every one of them included a Petrol Box
Yeah.
full of t-shirts.
It was
hats.
It was December's
Yeah,
box.
December's
Yeah,
box
we'll do it
last
again
year.
with December's
And
box.
I feel like December's box had a ton of stuff in it.
It
Is
did.
that right? Was it? Did it have like more than normal or no?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I remember it being a pretty good box.
Yeah, I just remember. I remember you showing it to me because you brought them over. You know
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean? So we would be
Yeah.
able to ship them out. I was like, damn, dude,
yeah,
that's a hell of a box.
that's a hell
Yeah,
of a
that's
box
the
for
one that had the
$39
detail
bucks.
guards in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They kind of
It had
occasionally
super
they
blue and detail guards. I
yeah
think.
they kind of blend together occasionally. I have to kind of
Yeah, you have to think back. Well,
I
hell
remember
yeah.
because
I
it had
can
a couple-
remember almost every box,
Yeah,
but it's
I remember
just-
that one because it had a super blue that had it busted in it or something.
Yeah, and it said Petrol Box on there. It's printed on the side of the.
Oh, that's
super
right. We
blue.
printed when we
Yeah.
filled them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We printed
We have
Petrol
date-
Box on the
we
side of
have
them.
date code.
date codes that go on each bottle when we run it through the line.
And that's
we
the
put
thing
Petrol Box on
for
it.
people. It's a great thing. The Petrol Box thing is great for us because it's getting a product like Jax Wax in the hands of
yeah.
potentially thousands of people that otherwise may not have had that opportunity.
Absolutely.
So as you grow and grow and grow, man, it's a great thing for guys like myself and
yeah.
this these T-shirts and these towels or whoever. It's a man. If you really start thinking about it, it's pretty cool.
Right. And as you grow and grow and grow, we'll grow and grow more months in the year. Jax Wax in it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, for sure. Look at all the room that's on that box for our logo.
I know. I'm thinking.
Look at that.
Petrol Box and Jax Wax logo on the other side.
There you go.
I don't know. I'm just spitballing. Spitballing.
We're just
ideas.
coming up with stuff
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
Yeah, we got a contract.
Yeah,
document
it
right
creates
side.
brand loyalty.
That's right.
Using the products.
Yeah.
It does, though. I mean, there's no question that someone has bought or has subscribed to Petrol Box, got their box in, saw our product or someone else's detail product or whatever, and bought that product again because
yeah.
they had a good experience from it. There's no question that happens.
At SEMA, Rutledge would actually. I used to send him boxes. I found his address on the internet. Send him boxes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
And,
one of my favorite things about John.
Yeah, I sent him boxes, and Rutledge came up to me at SEMA. I was like, "Hey guys, I love the boxes." He's like, "You're making sure to tell these companies, right? Because I went out and bought that product again. I loved it so much." He's like,
see, that's cool.
Yeah.
Rutledge Wood went out and bought another product.
Right.
When
He
that
could
guy
probably
could
get it
get
for free.
free anywhere. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That is that's cool. Getting getting that box in someone's hand. Same way I kind of think about Jax Wax, but getting that box in someone's hand who, is big in the car community or would never. Like, it's crazy to think just from an idea, now Rutledge Woods got your box.
Oh yeah, I have a list of all the car celebrities' houses and addresses. And
Get that box.
That's what I was saying. That's one of my favorite things about John is he will go in depth. If I ever need to look somebody up, I'm gonna call him John. Hey John, I need you to find somebody for me, and I need their address.
There they are. I bet you the SEMA trip for you is got to be a place where you're finding new products, right? And trying to develop relationships that it's so much easier sometimes or better face to face when you can sit there and say, hey, I'm John from Petrol Box. Guess what? We would love to have your products. It's a lot better than a phone call or an email because now you got a face with the name.
Right.
Yeah.
I can only imagine that your day is filled up with just talking to the Rutledge Woods of the world that you already have relationships with, and also trying to find new stuff that that this whole car community that we're all a part of is going to love.
Yeah, it's a fun time. Really, it's a blur sometimes, but there's just so much stuff. I probably only got 80% of the SEMA this year. I also spent some time at Apex, met a lot of companies there.
I've still not, all the years we've been to SEMA, I've still not been over to Apex. I get so
it's
busy
pretty cool.
at SEMA. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
We need to make the trip. We just don't have time. This year.
Well, now you
it's
don't have
crazy.
any time.
Yeah, we have zero
now it's
time
a
now.
wrap.
And years past, it was just because we had been up for 24 hours straight gambling. So who's going over to Apex?
You had plenty of time this year.
Why?
Because you would be in the booth like an hour.
Dude, I'm over here shaking hands.
I'm over here to look at where'd Jared go?
He's out there. He's out there doing business deals. Is what he's doing.
If business deals means napping, he's over napping somebody's car.
I wish I could take a nap out there.
Yeah, whenever
There was a couple days I was like looking behind that tent, like I wonder if people would be weirded out if I was asleep back here.
Yeah, there were some days my legs started hurting. I just walk over to the Jax Wax booth and sat down
in the chairs. Yeah.
Nobody even noticed me, and Todd looks over and is like, "Hey, what's up, man?"
That's what it's about. That's the things we talk about for next year is having like an area, a seating area that just people come by and hang out.
Definitely.
You know what I
we
mean?
need couches. Futons, maybe.
I got something from SEMA.
Bunk beds.
That'd be cool.
Bunk beds, yeah.
I got a thing from SEMA the other day that we're limited on the booth size. Everybody is compared to whatever their booth space was this year. They can only go up to a certain amount.
Oh, that's
We should be able to go what we want.
20 by 20. We can do 400 square feet.
Oh, they won't let us go up to 20 by 30.
The way I read it, no. It's because they're getting bigger and bigger, man. They're running out of spots.
I'll make some calls.
You get that done for me?
Yeah, I'll make some calls.
Well, they're working across the street to build like some more space.
They're going to have to.
They're going to have to.
Because the biggest complaint I heard from people this year was getting into the buildings.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Oh, yeah.
I went, Michaela was in the booth,
and
she was like, I thought you could just walk in there. She wanted to use the bathroom. We was going to walk in one of those halls.
Yeah.
Dude.
There's like
you're not standing in that line to try to get in.
Well, now you got to go through metal detectors.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
There was a secret line over by North Hall over by North Hall that you could get right in, but nobody ever noticed it.
Yeah.
That was where I went in most days.
I noticed that, the times that I did have the opportunity to get out of the booth, and I'd go, like I'd try to go in Central Hall or South or whatever, and I saw that line, I just turned back around. I was like, nah.
Yeah.
And then I realized exhibitor pass, I could get
exhibitor,
past.
you can get by it.
Yeah, but even still, like it's just changed, and there's more and more companies that want in, and you just they got to do what they got to do.
That price can get higher and higher.
It's going up. Already is.
Shoot, yeah.
But you know what? We're still paying it.
That's right.
So cool.
John, man, thanks for stopping by. Awesome talking to you, dude.
Yeah, guys, anytime. I love hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that hopefully comes across in this whole deal is John's one of my favorite people in this business. He's just a down-to-earth guy. He's got a great product. He's right here local to us, and
he's just a normal guy,
genuine, which is pretty important
cars.
for us.
And I give him free candy.
Yes,
yeah.
That's most
I'm
important.
never messing this relationship
that's the only,
up.
Can't.
Got Laffy Taffy on stock.
Yeah.
John knows exactly how to get to you.
Right.
There's no question.
That's why the product's been free the last few times.
What? Excuse me?
There's a back charge for taffy.
Well, cool. So, next week we'll be doing the same thing. We'll figure out what kind of
Actually, next week.
Oh, it's not? You know what?
We won't be
Thanksgiving.
We'll be off a podcast next week.
I usually work Thanksgiving. Maybe I'll be here doing the podcast.
Maybe you
by
do
myself.
one by yourself.
I'm just kidding. My wife would never let me work Thanksgiving, nor would I want to.
No.
So we'll be back. Big Black Friday deal going on, and
Black Friday. Stay tuned, and we'll be back the week after Thanksgiving.
We'll do it again.
Do the damn thing.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it, man.
See you later, guys.
You got it.